Prime Video clearly knows how to amp up anticipation because the trailer doesn't just rely on nostalgia or game references. It builds real emotional momentum. Lucy's determination isn't naive anymore. It's sharper, heavier, forged through everything she survived in Season 1. And the ghoul, instead of being just this unpredictable wildcard, feels more layered than ever, caught between what he was and what he's becoming. Their unlikely partnership is turning into one of the show's strongest anchors. As we see quick flashes of the Mojave's twisted beauty, burning skies, ruined cities, makeshift settlements, you get the sense that every corner hides a threat. Yet Lucy moves with purpose, even as the world around her seems determined to break her resolve. That contrast between the hopeful vault dweller and the worn-down gunslinger is exactly what makes this duo so gripping to watch. Season 2 picks up right after the explosive finale of Season 1, meaning every action, betrayal, and reveal is still rippling through the wasteland. The trailer hints that Lucy's father isn't just missing. He's tied to something larger, possibly darker, that stretches across the Mojave. And New Vegas, with its neon decay and lawless chaos, looks like the perfect place for those secrets to twist themselves deeper. The show is leaning into everything fans love about Fallout: the strange humor, the weird factions, the unpredictable violence, and that strange charm found only in a world that blew itself up and kept going anyway. We catch glimpses of new characters, each carrying that gritty charm that makes the Fallout universe feel so alive in its ruin. There's this energy suggesting that alliances will be tested, morality will get messy, and nothing in New Vegas comes without a cost. What's especially impressive is how the trailer manages to balance spectacle with emotion. It doesn't just show explosions or mutated creatures. It lets you sit with the tension between Lucy and the ghoul as their motives slowly collide. Lucy wants justice, but in the wasteland, justice doesn't always look clean, and the ghoul, with centuries of scars behind him, knows that better than anyone. Their journey into the Mojave feels less like a chase and more like a reckoning. For them, for Lucy's father, and maybe for the entire region. Every landscape shot hints at history. Burned towns, cracked highways, and empty vault entrances that might hide answers no one wants to face. And as Lucy tries to hold on to hope, the ghoul moves like someone who's lost hope too many times to count. The cast returning for Season 2 adds an extra punch. Ella Purnell brings such a grounded sincerity to Lucy that even her smallest moments hit emotionally. Walton Goggins once again transforms the ghoul into this haunting mix of danger and vulnerability. And with actors like Aaron Moten, Kyle MacLachlan, Moises Arias, and Francis Turner back in the lineup, the show is set to expand its world while keeping its core characters tightly connected. The trailer also hints at new personalities entering the fray, likely tied to Vegas factions longtime fans recognize. Whether they're allies or threats is completely up in the air, which is exactly how Fallout should feel: unpredictable, morally tangled, and laced with a sense that any encounter could shift the entire story. One thing that stands out is how much the tone has evolved. Season 1 was about Lucy's awakening, stepping out of her vault for the first time and realizing the world she was taught about wasn't just exaggerated, it was horrifyingly real. Season 2, though, is about agency. It's about choosing who she becomes now that she understands what's at stake. The ghoul's arc seems to parallel hers in a twisted way. While she learns how cruel the world can be, he's remembering what it means to want something human again. And as they walk into New Vegas, every shot seems to promise that the choices they make here won't just decide their future, they'll shape the future of the wasteland around them. The writing team behind Fallout continues to impress with how faithfully they capture the spirit of the games while still delivering an original TV-friendly story. Season 2 looks bigger, more visually ambitious, and far more layered than before. The Mojave setting opens up opportunities for new conflicts, rival gangs, hidden tech, vault conspiracies, and all the absurd humor that makes Fallout feel strangely comforting despite the radiation storms. Even the trailer's editing tells a story. Quick flashes of danger, tiny emotional beats, and then that looming line about war. It's the kind of foreshadowing that promises multiple factions gearing up for something massive. And whatever that war is, Lucy and the ghoul are walking right into the center of it. As the trailer dives deeper into New Vegas imagery, longtime fans can't help but spot familiar vibes. Neon lights flickering against ruins, shady figures lurking near casinos, and that unpredictable energy that makes Vegas dangerous even without mutants roaming the streets. The show isn't recreating the game exactly, but it's capturing that same sense of chaotic survival. Lucy's determination feels almost out of place in such a morally slippery setting, which makes her mission even more compelling. And the ghoul, who has seen civilizations rise and fall, walks through Vegas with this eerie calm, as if he knows this place better than he wants to admit. Their dynamic, once rooted in mistrust, now feels like the only stable thing they have left. Prime Video's production partners, Kilter Films, Bethesda Game Studios, Amazon MGM Studios, are clearly pouring massive resources into Season 2. The scale looks bigger, the action more intense, and the character beats more emotionally grounded. The trailer's cinematography leans heavily into contrast, bright vault memories against the harsh glow of post-apocalyptic casinos, quiet personal conversations followed by thunderous gunfire, hope clashing with the brutality of the Mojave. And through it all, that warning of an approaching war keeps echoing. It's almost certain that multiple factions will collide, each convinced they're the rightful inheritors of what little remains. But the real question is whether Lucy's personal mission will get swallowed by the chaos or become the spark that changes everything. By the time the trailer hits its final moments, we're left with this unmistakable tension. Lucy looks more confident, more hardened, like someone ready to face truths she never imagined. The ghoul looks burdened, almost haunted, as if the closer he gets to answers, the more dangerous the path becomes. Their separate quests, family, justice, survival, seem to be merging into a single thread, pulling them both into the heart of New Vegas. And it's impossible not to wonder whether the father Lucy wants to save or punish is connected to the war everyone keeps whispering about. The season seems set to explore not just action, but loyalty, trust, and what remains of morality when society has already crumbled. As the trailer fades out, the final promise hits. Fallout Season 2 arrives December 17 on Prime Video. And it's clear the creators are swinging for something bold, emotional, and unforgettable. The journey into the Mojave isn't just the next chapter. It's the point where every character's past choices collide. For Lucy, it's a chance to confront the man who shaped her life. For the ghoul, it's another step toward the family he's chased for centuries. For the Wasteland, it might be the moment everything changes. And for us watching, it's shaping up to be a season packed with heart, danger, and that signature Fallout weirdness fans can't get enough of. If the trailer is any indication, we're in for a wild, chaotic, and deeply human ride through New Vegas. If you thought the Wasteland couldn't shock you anymore, think again, because the brand new trailer for Fallout Season 2 doesn't just tease danger, it practically drags you straight into the Mojave with Lucy and the ghoul, as if you're walking right beside them. From the first frame, there's this unmistakable sense that everything we saw in Season 1 was only the calm before a storm nobody's prepared for. And as Lucy steps deeper into the desert heat, searching for her father, you can feel the stakes tightening around her like a slow, relentless squeeze. The ghoul's gravelly question, asking what she plans to do once she finds her daddy, lands with the weight of 2 centuries of survival behind it. Her answer, firm and hopeful, sets the tone for a journey where justice isn't just a goal, it's a desperate attempt to keep humanity alive. What hits even harder is the ghoul admitting he spent 200 brutal years wandering this radioactive nightmare for one reason: to find what's left of his family. And before that confession even settles, this ominous voice cuts through the trailer like a warning siren, telling him he's going to need friends because a war is coming. That single line flips the whole season's tone from a character quest to something so much bigger. Fallout has always been about the clash between the privileged and the desperate, between those who lived in polished vaults and those who crawled through irradiated sand. But Season 2 feels like it's pushing those themes to their breaking point. New Vegas isn't just a stop on a map. It's a battleground full of shifting loyalties, hidden factions, and mysteries waiting to explode the moment Lucy steps inside.